easy on these kids. They usually get a pretty significant consequence from the jury.
They're judged by their peers, they're given alternatives to paying a fine and walking away.
If they need to work it off with community service, they have to be at a certain place. We have very strict rules. It's like a job. You have to be there.
I had 60 hours of community service, and I had to serve on the jury 7 times.
It taught my son responsibility.
It made a pretty big impact on my life.
It also made my son aware that not only was he going to be held responsible for his choice, but that I was too.
She did a lot of crying when she first found out what I did. I don't like it when my mom cries, because when she cries, it just makes me cry. It's just, we have that kind of connection that I can't hurt her, I cannot make her cry. It's just, and when I do, I apologize profusely. I don't like making her mad.
They take it very seriously. So I think that's the biggest impact, that the parents see their children taking it seriously, and the parents are moved by the process.
The best thing about teen court is that these young people have an opportunity for education, for a practical application of what the criminal justice system does.
I learned that it's not all as you see on TV, it is more work.
I learned that it's hard to be the person who's deciding what happens to another person, because when you're doing that, then you don't know if you're being too harsh, and then you don't have a second chance to redo that.
Here, these young people in a very early stage in their life can come into the criminal justice system and learn what it's like to be an attorney, to be a judge, to be on the spot, to have to answer questions, to be a juror and judge their peers based upon the information that's presented.
I believe that these teens that go through the teen court process are at very low risk to reoffend, which means there's less juvenile crime, there's less underage drinking out there.
Like, if I hadn't come to teen court, I probably would have gotten in trouble again, because I would have just had to pay the money and I'd be gone. I'd be done within 24 hours.
We haven't had any kids that I'm aware of that I've seen again through intake that have reoffended and come back through the process.
It's an awesome educational opportunity that every high schooler should be mandatory. Civics class should be in courtrooms.
These kids just love it. I hear nothing but positive back from the kids. And they're not sweeping and mopping and cleaning. They feel important.
It's been a great learning experience for myself, for my son, and now my son even talks about that maybe after high school, he'll go to law school, because he really enjoyed being the prosecutor the couple of times that he played it here at teen court.
I mean, people do dumb things every day, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get in trouble anymore with the police.
If one of these young people walk away from a session and becomes an attorney and becomes a judge or becomes a Supreme Court justice, then it was worth it. Just one.